Hey guys, Justin with AmericanMuscle.com here with my quick review of the Oracle LED off-road mirror caps available for your 2009 and 2014 F-150 and Raptor. You should be checking out the Oracle off-road mirror caps here if you're serious about upgrading the auxiliary lighting in your truck for a number of reasons, but mainly for off-road use. Now these things are going to provide a ton of light output whether you're trail riding, camping, or whatever, and might be a nice alternative to some of those other big light bar options out there if you're not crazy about the appearance of those things or sometimes the mounting difficulties that can come along with those. Instead, with the Oracle options here, you're getting a seamless factory integration with no brackets, no drilling, or no permanent modification. Oracle is known for designing and producing a bunch of aftermarket auxiliary lighting stuff for a number of different applications, and these mirror caps fall right in line with that. Now these guys debuted at SEMA a couple years ago and became instantly popular with many truck owners out there for the reasons I just mentioned. You're getting a ton of light output from a relatively small OEM styled part without the use for those big extra light bars. Let's talk about that light output real quick, because these guys, despite their small size, are really going to throw a ton of light. You are getting two mirror caps, obviously, here with this kit from Oracle, each one featuring 12 1-watt LEDs. When combined, produce a pretty solid 2200 lumens overall. Recon has loaded their mirror caps with very high quality Cree XPE LED bulbs here, which is a nice thing to point out because these things are essentially the benchmark in the industry when it comes to quality. Now each bulb has been rated up to 50,000 hours when it comes to lifespan, and each one is going to produce a color temperature of 6000 K or 6000 Kelvin, which is a very, very bright white light with just a small touch of blue, but not much. These LEDs feature a 45-degree beam angle, which is nice to point out because that's going to throw a ton of light output to your peripheral here, which is important if you do a lot of off-roading. Now your factory headlights are obviously going to throw a bunch of light output right in front of the truck, but these guys, of course, will take up some of the slack and cover some of the stuff to the side of the truck, which again is important if you do a lot of off-roading or trail riding because it might help you spot possible hazards that you wouldn't see with your headlights. Breaking down the construction a little bit here at the Oracle kit, you're going to find a durable ABS plastic for the housing itself, and then the lens is going to be a very rugged polycarbonate lens, and that's actually surrounded by an anodized rock guard. And what Oracle says is this is just going to help protect the lights themselves if you do happen to smack a tree or an obstacle off-road. You're going to be dropping just north of $400 for this kit from Oracle, which might sound a little pricey to a lot of you guys at home, but you have to keep in mind that you're not going to be spending additional money on mounting brackets or additional wiring like you would with some of those light bars we talked about earlier. And also, guys, you have to keep in mind the Oracle quality and construction overall is going to be worth the price of admission. Getting into the install here, guys, there is some wiring involved as you might expect, so you want to make sure you have your crimpers ready to go or soldering iron if you prefer, in addition to some few basic hand tools, a socket set, a few screwdrivers, and a T20 torch tool. Now you will need to do some power and ground stuff here. You will need to run a switch to turn these guys on and off, and you will need to slightly disassemble the mirrors to get everything installed. So we'll call this one a 2 out of 3 on my overall scale of difficulty. Really not that bad, especially if you have a basic grasp of wiring, but again, maybe a couple of hours in the shop or garage to get this one knocked out. Wrapping up my review of the Oracle side mirror caps here, I think it's going to be a great option for you guys who do a lot of off-roading or camping, or maybe just live in a dark area, and here's why. You're getting a ton of light output from a relatively small package. You don't have to go crazy with those additional mounting points or wiring like you would with a big light bar option. And finally, the price really isn't all that bad considering the quality of the Recon kit and the relatively easy install. So that's my review of the Oracle side mirror caps with off-road LEDs, which you can grab right here at AmericanMuscle.com.